Let me see about this. Alright, let's see. Alright, and welcome back to US Permanent Month. I was just moving the camera. So, I just want to kind of get this out of the way, which is just me going to be talking about my thoughts on Taist of Iron's Resurrection, which was released in 1984. I wanted to review this, yesterday, but after listening to the album, it's definitely not a bad album at all. This is, Taist of Iron were definitely one of those bands that released one full-length album with probably like a demo or so, or EP, whatever you want to call it. It was like a set EP titled Metal Beast. And they went into obscurity. This is a female-fronted band, of course the female singer being Lorraine Gill, who's definitely got a good voice. She's definitely pretty good. I just wanted to kind of listen to this for this month because the fact that they were considered a power metal band, or a US power metal band, I decided, why not? Always seen them getting talked about and such. This album was definitely reissued through Skull Records as well, so as a 2-disc reissue. I know there is like a new recording from them that was like back in 2011 that's only a bonus to one of the reissues of this album. So let me just dive into this. The album starts off with a instrumental titled Resurrection, which is of course like your typical eerie sound. Of course this band is lyrics, their lyrical content and theme is definitely occult, based. But it goes straight into the gates, which is a really solid number right here. Definitely not too bad. Victim's Child, definitely good. It's definitely got more of a rockin' vibe to it, but from there on, I think the album, We Give Life and such, I think the album kind of goes into some places where it's okay, but it's not nearly as, it didn't nearly as grab me as it should have did. There's definitely some good tracks on here. I'll definitely say Love and Pain, which isn't too bad. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Young Girls for some reason, by Dokken. The riffing in some ways, for some reason, just gives me off that vibe, like the kind of the way how that song kind of, came off with the riff. Not lyrics, wise, but just, riff music composition. Just to beat the riff and such. It's kind of reminded me a little bit of Young Girls by Dokken. Not a bad track at all, but that's just the way it gave me. But of course, the album ends with Ouija, which is a good track, definitely good. There really isn't a bad song on here, but we do need to kind of address the elephant in the room. There is about 3 instrumentals on here. One's like fucking MORS or MOSS, I can't fucking remember. But I'm not gonna let that kind of, take away anything from this. It's an intro that serves as like a, into another track. I think it was like Top Feeling You, I believe. But it's okay. But then there's another instrumental on here, and it's the last instrumental, at least for the sound. It's titled Metal Taco. And I kind of figured what it was going to be. It was going to be just a fucking guitar noodling. That's all it is, like a fucking Mad Axe Attack or something off of like a Laws Rockets Know Your Enemy or some fucking track. It's like something you expect for your Shrapnel Records release. It just seems to be like that. And yeah, it definitely shows off the guy's skills, but to me it was just like, it was just thrown in there for some reason, just as like a just to round up the time for this album, because this album is around like 41 minutes long. So they had to find something to kind of, you know, round up the time. So obviously they had to come up with some fucking title that. And of course, ever since Eddie Van Halen doing, you know, fucking Eruption, it's like everyone else wants to freaking copy the track. And obviously ever since then, even with this, it's like they all want to just copy fucking Eruption. Like they have to add some sort of, and yet it doesn't even seem to make any sense for the album. It's like, what purpose does Metal Taco have to have for this record? I don't understand the fucking you know, obsession over having a freaking guitar noodling track that's all nothing but fucking guitar noodling. It's, what purpose does it have for the album? It's like, I can understand the reason for why Eruption was added, you know, for the debut Van Halen record, because of at least it was used as like an intro into their cover of, You Ain't Got Me or something like that. I can't remember, by the Kinks. Their Kinks cover was just used as an intro, almost kind of that, but yet at times it was at the time they all say it was a revolutionary track, but here it's like they all just want to fucking copy the track, and yet it just seems to be like a complete either waste of time. I know I just ranted over the fucking video, but jeez. Yeah, it's a overall not a bad album. Let me talk about the Metal Beast track, which is, to be quite honest, I think that song should have just replaced the Metal Taco track. If Metal Beast was added in the track in place of that, I think this sound would have been a lot more solid. It at least would have had me something more to talk about. Who knows? Maybe the version I didn't listen to was the right version. Maybe I should have listened to the Skull Records version instead of listening to a fucking rip of the Racer. I think it was Racer Records or fucking Hot Metal Records. I can't remember the fucking bootleg label, which most of their fucking bootleg CDs are very much crappy rips. That's like they obviously did a lot of editing that makes it sound muddy. Because when you actually do listen to the original LP on your turntable, it sounds a lot better. But a lot of CD bootlegs that are taken from vinyl rips, they all sound like shit. So maybe I just listened to the wrong version instead of the remaster because of, who knows? Who knows what version I should have, because of maybe what would have made me a little more enthusiastic in actually doing this fucking video, but obviously no. This album is definitely not a bad album. I'm not shitting on it. There's definitely some pros and cons for this record. To me, the cons is definitely, I think, having some worthless intros or fucking instrumentals, especially Metal Taco. I didn't have the fucking time to actually listen to a freaking guitar solo that just was added. And I know I'm guilty of doing it for some of my music, but I've been kind of, you know, moving away towards it because it doesn't serve any purpose for an album. Unless it serves a fucking purpose, then maybe. Unless you take cues from like fucking Take Another Prisoner off of Wild Dog's first album, maybe. Here, it just seems like it's just in place for fucking time. Jeez. Also, I'm drinking freaking raspberry lemonade. Thirsty. And after ranting for a bit on some fucking worthless instrumental that I found no place for this album. No place. I really didn't need a drink. So there you go. There's pretty much my thoughts on the Resurrection album by Taist of Iron, which is, it's enjoyable, but to me it's not real mind-blowing stuff if you ask me. If you're looking for a review that actually tells you that this is a mind-blowing album, this is the wrong review to, you know, the watch. This isn't the right video because of, I'm the wrong person to kind of tell you, oh yeah, this is a fucking mind-blowing album. It's not. But if you're looking for an album that, that's actually enjoyable, that's at least got some redeeming qualities to it, that actually, that can at least satisfy you, this isn't a bad album to listen to. But if you're looking for an album that will blow your fucking mind, or, that will just explode your head or something like that, this is the album to listen to. This isn't. It's just a very enjoyable, not too solid. It's at times a little inconsistent, but it's not a piece of shit. It's just a decent, enjoyable album that has some redeeming qualities to it. So there you have it. It's just an okay album. If you have heard Resurrection by Taist of Iron, what are your thoughts on it? Of course, you're going to have a different opinion than mine. So definitely post your thoughts down in the comments section. This is Henry Thrasher saying I am out. And for these next 3 videos, I'm going to be a little more enthusiastic. So there you have it. This is Henry Thrasher saying I am out, and I'll see you on the other side.